Hello there, people. First thing I may ask you all is, are you alone? If so, please continue. Otherwise, wait 1 second while we escort everyone else from the room. Because what I'm going to ask you is a very important question. Okay, hopefully you pause the video. If not, please pause the video because I'm going to have to ask my question at some point and I don't want everyone just waiting tediously. So anyway, the question of the day. Would you be interested in some high quality cocaine? I happen to know you can get some over in Africa. You can get it from the stomach lining of giraffes. They'll just stuff it in a giraffe, transport the giraffe over to you. You can rip apart the stomach lining and get your precious cocaine. It'll only cost $9,999 with another payment of $1,500 if the giraffe actually lives. So, you guys interested? I don't normally try and sell things, but this was kind of an important deal. It's basically, my sponsor or whatever you call it, so I think it's kind of important that I, talk about it here. Anyway, so let's see here. You have, hopefully, listened to my little deal, my sponsor, whatnot. Hopefully, you're en route to kind of doing it. If you're interested, please send a comment, and I will basically send you a PM telling you exactly how we'll get it. Because I know how important your cocaine is to you. Anyway, thank you all. Let's see here. Let's talk about the actual thing we're doing today, which is pain. Yes, P.A.I.N. Why it's acronymed, I'm not really sure. Anyway, this is basically just the beta version. So, essentially, this is a closed source file. He's intending for a later version to have open source. I'm not sure if one was ever made. Usually that's kind of a big thing with beta-based versions of files. They usually end up saying it's going to be made and then they get stuck in perpetual beta. So anyway, this is the beta version. No idea if any other version existed. So anyway, this was a big file on Stomped. I don't think Stomped is even around anymore, but it used to be a big place for Quake. Yeah, type in Stomped. I'm now getting Stomp.io, which is some weird cartoony people. This is really awkward. This is not what I was thinking when I thought Quake. So yeah, I think Stomped is gone for all time, sadly. We'll have to look at archive to really get anything of it. But anyway, this was made in October of 1966. Anyway, let's see here. It's a bunch of changes. From the first beta to the latest version. Okay, so he gives us a giant list of stuff that's basically been done and different change logs or all that. Oh goody. If you have any bugs or suggestions or whatever, things that you think should be in but isn't, tell him. Such as Fiend's Pentagram or Feigned Death. If something you think should be in but is, tell me. If something you think should be different than it is, then tell me as well. So graphic doesn't look right, weapon does too little or too much damage. He would appreciate anything you have to say, including mindless shrivel. Anyway, this is basically a mod that's going to have a lot of different impulses. It's really massive when you think about it in comparison to most of them. It's like a massive combo patch or something. So, I just loaded it up, and of course I have QCC DOS. Of course I do. Why do I always seem to have QCC DOS running, even if I'm not compiling anything? I don't even remember it when I was compiling. But, of course, I had QCC DOS up because DOS bots. I cannot wait for Quake. Oh! Well, first thing first. Now I can't see... please do not bot modify this beta version. Look at that right there. Pain, Jack the Stripper will not modify. Real one coming soon. Wait, how do you modify the beta version? I guess the extra files. There's bug reports, blah blah blah. Yeah, okay, let's see here. Map E5M. There we are. Now you get to see the full console, which as you see has the word pain behind it. It's that fancy that they actually modified the console file. Yeah. Okay, so we got past that. What's next? Well, first we're going to need Impulse 9 so that way we can get bowl and hemp. What the? Apparently, yeah, it just basically told us the Republican stunk and then said something about bowl and hemp or something. I don't know. Bowl and hemp in 69. I have no idea, people. But yeah. Also, footsteps. I know you want to hear some footsteps. So there we are. Freaking footsteps. Again. As if we weren't annoyed by them last time, we got some more. And we got something advertising marijuana. Totally, exactly. See, this was totally appropriate to do. So, yeah. Also, what is up with that number selection? Apparently, he got rid of the nail gun. If you notice the list of, like, items or whatnot, there is no nail gun in the list. 2 is the axe. What the? Okay, that is a new weapon, apparently. It was, like, sending fire things and all that. But yeah, this is a grappling hook now. Except it doesn't actually grapple. Oh. Oh, you release it. Okay, you click and release, and then you'll basically cling to it. We've seen grappling hooks before. This one works a little bit differently. The ones in the past, like you said, you'd hold it down. That was always the mentality. This one, you want to actually release it before it hits the wall. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same exact thing as we've seen. It's nothing too fancy. Let's see here. Curious if I could get in that little ledge up there. There we are. Look at that. I'm hiding out in this little tiny ledge. As usual, I'm not a big fan of this mechanic. Plus, it's a closed source file, so I can't do anything with it anyway. Let's see here. So if I do Impulse 13, that will actually give me an anti-gravity ray. As you see, that takes 50 cells. And now, we have funky gravity. Look at that. As you see, SV gravity was basically changed all around from like negative 200 to 100. And now the gravity is totally abnormal. I think the gravity is still abnormal, isn't it? Impulse 13. And now the gravity is ridiculously high. I can't even jump. It's changing back. Look at that. It's like, yeah, the gravity ray, anti-gravity ray, like, just changes all over the place for some random reason. So yeah, if you want like a really drugged out trippy thing, you do Impulse 50 it. Well, now I need Impulse 9. Impulse 50. Wait, no, it's Impulse 13, that's why. And yeah, you waste some 50 cells to do it. To get something that's very druggy. That basically gives you a moment where you're like this before dropping you like a rock. Let me guess, are these homing missiles? Yes, they are! They're freaking homing missiles, people. We've seen these to death. Nothing new here. It wastes 10 rockets every time. Oh! Did it blow up a corpse? I think, yeah, I think corpses are blow-upable. Yes, they are. They can't kill the heads! Haha! Still not as featureful as the one I'm used to. So anyway, that is anti-gravity. As you see, corpses are destructible. As you see, we have homing missiles as well. You have the bow and hemp thing for some random reason. Let's see here. If you toggle on Impulse 20, you can toggle on or off Auto Flare. An Auto Flare apparently is something which can fight a homing missile, and essentially will just kind of divert attention away from it or something. I'm not sure that really makes much sense or is anything at all. Yeah, it's kind of a weird mechanic or whatnot. That has something to distract from homing missiles at all. Anyway, as you can see, this is basically your throwing axe. That part I can gather, you're basically using your throwing axes. Each axe is actually 3. And also it seems to set everything on fire, like it's a flammable axe. So not only does it cause the damage from the bounce, but it's caused the damage by fire. So yeah. So let's see here. That is that one. Now, only one sheet's available in Deathmatch. She's not telling you which one. Let's see here. Impulse 55. You have no undead to sacrifice. Yeah, how do you get your undead minions? Let's see here. They talk about undead minions, but I'm not seeing the impulse to get undead minions. There's a impulse 55, 56, 57, 58. But you don't really get any minions in the first place. Wait, how do I do any of that? That's kind of weird. So, let's see here. If you do Impulse 100, Impulse 101, Impulse 102, you swap between 3 different weapon classes. Basically, it's all different weapons. You get a large number all crammed in here. So yeah, what you're seeing here is not even all the weapons. This is basically just weapon class C, which is basically the weakest of the 3 axes. Actually, no, this is weapon class A. My mistake. So these are like the best weapon types. But yeah, you can basically set them to worse or whatnot. In Deathmatch, you gain weapon classes by getting 3 and 10 frags without dying. In single player, you gain classes by getting yellow and red armor. Wait. Impulse 10. Now I'm very confused. I thought you had to wait to earn it. I'm very confused, people. Yeah, it seems that it doesn't really work like that. You know, you don't have to earn anything. Which is really confusing. Yeah, he said you had to earn it by getting armor and all that. You know what? Let's see here. Maybe if I didn't have any armor whatsoever, maybe I messed myself up by getting armor. 101. Yeah, as you see, it only works if you have, class certain weapons. So yeah, bind Impulse 123, which is basically going to swap between the 3 weapon classes to G. Impulse 123, that's right. So yeah, right now we can only use weapon class C. That's basically the worst type of weapons, as said. So if we change level to say start, yeah, let's change it back to start or something. Right now we basically have just a shotgun and the grappling hook. So you have your grappling hook, as said before. Of course, I don't think this grappling hook's actually working. Oh, because it's not actually a grappling hook here. It's actually a short-range mace, which means you just whack it, but it doesn't actually go out. So, needless to say, it's kind of just like the grappling hook if the grappling hook was totally broken. Yeah. I'm not really sure why we need that, but that's the idea. So that is now your, short-range mace, if you will. So, we have that. We don't have an axe. How do you get the axe? Yeah, I'm surprised you don't start with the axe. I'm assuming whenever you pick up 2, which is the double-barreled shotgun normally, I guess, you get the axe. Then again, that would be 4. I'm totally confused by this gun system. Yeah, let's see here. So this is the shotgun. It works like a shotgun. You're used to the shotgun. Of course, it also has the bouncing projectiles found in other ones. The footsteps seem to cut off like Ranger's jumping voice as well. So anyway, you're used to this. Nothing too fancy there. Let's see here. I kind of showed some of the most powerful weapons without realizing it, of course. So, let's see here. Let's run around a bit more, I guess, because we need to find some weapons. So we'll kill this guy. We'll kill this guy. We're just using the standard shotgun, nothing fancy. Like I said, we can't use more powerful weapon classes. So, here actually we have some dead corpses. If we use Impulse 250, we can actually resurrect any dogs, soldiers, players, fiends, and shamblers. It will cost some health to use, but then you get your undead minion, which is what I was talking before. So you see, now I have my zombie, which is like totally bloodied up and like ready to murder things. So this is where we actually get underway with our control of it. So you see, it costs a lot of health to use. To basically cause that to happen, I needed to just sacrifice 50 of my health. Dogs would have been 25, fiends are 80, and shamblers are 100 health. So you better have a 200 health on hand or something. So yeah, here's your zombie dude. Let's see here. How do we control this guy again? I kind of forget. You know, you use basically impulses 55 to impulse 58. I kind of mentioned it before, but let's see here. If I do impulse 55, I sacrifice my minion. That basically gives back some of the health and will give me back a little bit of my health, not all of it. So I'm still basically losing by sacrificing and not doing anything with them. So let's get back another one because I need the undead minion to really mess around with. Owie. I can push him around, as you see. He's totally push-aroundable. He's kind of lazy. He's not really doing anything. So I have to push him around manually. There's got to be a way to make him like... Wait, he turned. You see that? He turned. Oh, look at that. He can move. He's just so stupid he'll never get off that cliff. Yeah, when the AI is as dumb as the normal game AI, this kind of stinks because I'm not really going to ever be able to use an undead minion without it feeling like a massive waste of resources. Like, what was the point of this? Now I lost a lot of my health, and I didn't really gain anything out of it because this guy's too stupid. If I tried to get that guy as well, I imagine I'm just going to kill myself. Let's see if that happens. Will I actually have to kill myself by using Impulse 250 again? There are no corpses worthy of resurrection. There's a corpse right there! Game! I think that he's confused. I think we're very... Okay, restart. Here, taste the mace. Now if I do Impulse 250, we should be able to resurrect him. There we are. Go kill him. Go kill that guy. I believe in you. Well, that was terrible. He couldn't even kill a grunt. He couldn't even kill his other grunt. He just was endlessly stunned and get gypped. Amazing. And this is what I wasted my health for. I could have killed him a lot easier by myself, you realize. Yeah. The only thing that might be useful is maybe the shambler, and even then, Oh, come on. Now the glitch is in there, and now he sounds like he's ripping a fart. Listen to him. He's sounding like he's ripping endless farts over here on me. Okay. So, we were trying to figure out different stuff. Let's restart, because I need another undead minion, of course. Because this is a complicated bot system. Amazingly complicated. Let's see here. We got Impulse 56. I mean, Impulse 55. Impulse 250. There we are. Now, if we do Impulse 56, that will order them to kill something. They will... He could not find the victim. You know, the one problem with that, he'll automatically try and kill a guy if he sees him. Right? No, he'll just follow me around aimlessly. Okay, maybe this is the problem. Okay, kill him. Attack him. So, yeah, if he's not shot at, that's basically how you order your minion to attack. Which, as you see, did not work whatsoever, really, for me. and just basically resulted in me losing half my life. What a terrible mechanic. This is nothing like beneficial. So say I realized the stupidity of my accident and wanted to get my pet zombie back from nearly dying. You see that guy over there? We're gonna alert him. Now we're gonna cause him to attack. But wait, he's gonna die! Let's save him! Impulse 57 it! That will stop his attack. He'll now fall back. So as you see, this is basically how he falls back until he gets shot at, and now he's gonna try and fight and fail. If you notice, every single time he's failed. I have yet to get the zombie minion to kill anything. It feels like something that's making it worse for me than better. Yeah, I can't see the benefit of this at all. So, yay? So let's see here. So, if we restart again, because we're going to, of course, need to freaking restart with this bloody thing. Shoot him with a shotgun. And now if we do Impulse 250 again, because I'm going absolutely insane from all this. We got ourselves a zombie. Now if I do Impulse 58, I set him free. Now he'll just aimlessly wander. Yeah, he won't be... He'll continue to follow me, though. He's like a lost dog. I freed him from control, and at the same time, he's still a lost dog. He still wants to endlessly follow me. I don't think I can control him anymore. I have no undead followers. He's an abandoned dog now. Look at him. He's like Lassie. He doesn't know what else to do with his life. He had one purpose in life, and that was basically being my undead follower. Now that I've abandoned him, I don't think he has anything in his life. He's just endlessly following at a slow pace. Could you, like, fight? I want to put you out of your misery, buddy. Go, buddy. I believe in you and your inability to kill him. Well, at least he's dead. So, that was totally pointless. Okay, let's think for a second. We need to get some different weaponry. Okay, I guess for first thing, we should switch to Deathmatch 1. We should run around to find some weapons. Because I'm curious about all these weapons and whatnot. We have like a bunch of weapons. Too many weapons, actually. Actually, if we change the map to, say... Oh god, what's a good one for this? E2M3. And then we change, it to... Deathmatch 0. Guys! Ogre! We got a nail gun here. The nail gun's still a nail gun. Everyone, a nail gun is a nail gun. What an amazing concept. I bet you didn't think of that. Yeah, so the nail gun is the nail gun. At least on the lowest tier. So you can kind of assume higher tiers will of course give you the super nail gun. Let's see here. Based on the icon alone. But let's head down here because I want to see the rotfish. They say the rotfish actually have corpses now. Well, fish's jib, I mean. So yeah, as you see, there's your dead corpse. You can break it apart, it will jib. So it's like all other breakable bodies, but that's something I don't think exists in the other monster mobs. Well, I think that one just disappeared into the wall. But yeah, essentially you can jib fish corpses. So you see the rotfish glitch wasn't actually fixed. But yeah, at least you can break apart fish jibs if you want. For nothing really. Sadly, like I said, this is something I can't really add to my server. I can't really add any of it because of its closed source nature, which stinks. Let's see here. Let's restart again because What's more fun than restarting a million times? We got that done. Let's see here. If I do impulse... Oh, those are actually hidden. Interesting. We have like a couple hidden impulses. You're too stupid to figure out them. You are a git and you stink big hairy donkey balls. The hypocrites will burn! For impulse 255 for quad damage. 254, I assume, would be just for Kelly, invisibility. Impulse 253. No one is. That's your pentagram. That's your invincibility on. And finally, impulse 252. Divers do it deeper. Stay. Wait, what? Stay down longer, come up wetter, and they're always satisfied. Wait, what? Okay. Do it deeper, longer, become satisfied. Okay. So as you see, it's all momentary, just like the other ones would be, I assume. Kill him with a shotgun! Kill him with a shotgun! I believe in myself! I don't believe in myself! All I have is this biosuit! What is the point of that? Okay, so let's see here. We need to find some more weaponry. Where would be some weaponry? First, let's go to Death Touch 1 and go to, like, DM6. Because that's a good map to find all the guns. So if that's the standard nail gun, the super nail gun must be elsewhere, right? Must be. So if I go to, like, map E1M1... Sure, I don't know what I'm doing. Die, buddy. Let's see here. I need to find some stuff to, like, kill stuff with. We know about the nail guns, so the nail gun's totally worthless to us at this point. But we have other guns. Amazing guns. Well, that didn't really work too well for me. Let's use the amazingly new cheat to set God on and run like a maniac. I believe in myself. I don't believe in myself, people. So now if we like run around like this on God mode, kill everything. Why this is a thing, I don't know. I don't know why people obsess over cheats so much, but there we are. Now we're here. We can check out if the double-barreled shotgun gives us the abs or what. Yes, it does. So double-barreled shotgun gives us the ats. And I think it's actually the throwing ats, I would hope. Let's see here. No, it's just a regular ats. So on this level, all you do is just hit enemies with your ats. And to find your ats, you need to actually find a double-barreled shotgun. But yeah, now we get our glorious ats. You know it well. You played with it well. You've done a lot of things with it well. Let's see here. Let's continue along our adventure to murder everything. Let's see, change level to what? E1M2? E1M2 has... I don't think it has a super nail gun, does it? I'm trying to think... Yeah, no, the next level to really have something would be like E1M3, because the grenade launcher. Because, yeah, that's a double-barreled shotgun. Yeah, okay. Next level is E1M3 to really have stuff. E1M2 has nothing for us. So, we'll just skip right to E1M3. Pick up our grenade launcher, which is still a grenade launcher, by the way. That was pretty simple. Let's see here. Is it just a grenade launcher? Yes, yes it is. You shoot it, it kills stuff with it. This is pretty basic, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Okay, next. If we change our level to E1M8 to get the rocket launcher, of course. Let's see here. Let's go. We could do it this way, or we could do it Yeah, no, this is easier because we got a free pentagram. Now I like pentagrams. There's also a nice yellow armor there that I might use to switch the yellow armor to you. There's a rocket launcher, which I think is just a regular rocket launcher. Yes, it is. Once again, nothing fancy. You shoot it, it kills stuff. Boom, done. Okay, next one. We want to go back to like E1M4 because I skipped that one to get the super nail gun. That, of course, will give us all the stock based on Episode 1 standards. We will need the Thunderbolt, of course. Let's see here. Where is that? Because the super nail gun doesn't really exist in that form anymore. This actually gives you the double-barreled shotgun. Actually, no, it gives you the laser gun. The laser gun, I assume, works a lot like the Enforcer's gun. We've seen the Enforcer's gun millions of times, but here it is again. The laser gun, everybody. So let's see here. The laser gun is... Oh god, this documentation's confusing. But yeah, that's basically what 4C is. It's a laser gun. So now you can run around with a laser gun. So you see it fires its own little sound. And it's basically like a weaker cell weapon. Note the problem that we don't really have cells here. Okay, let's change level to, well, we need more cells, but we also need... Let's see here, I'm trying to think a good level to go to. Is there, like, any easier to get the Thunderbolt in? I'm trying to remember where the Thunderbolt is in the different episodes. That's something I probably should know, shouldn't it? Like, where is it in Episode 3? I'm trying to remember, do you get one before... I'm trying to remember the different ones, the way you get them. This is really strange. I'm not remembering... Like, I remember the Thunderbolt in Episode 4 had to be relatively late. Like, E4M6 or E4M5. I'm trying to remember which one. But I know it's somewhere around there that you get, like, the more powerful weapons. I know, like, the rocket launch is E4M6. Trying to remember the Thunderbolts... See, that's the thing. I rarely use the Thunderbolt except in, like, Shamblers and that type of stuff. Yeah. I think there's gotta be one on E4M8, isn't there? Right? E4M8. Taste laser gun fire. Okay, there's at least my free health. Let's see here. Now I'm trying to think where exactly like a Thunderbolt would be. I'm trying to think a good location to find a Thunderbolt. You know what? I could just use the DM levels because I can't remember off the top of my head where exactly like the good ones are for like episode 3 and 4. That's gonna drive me insane, people. I cannot remember for the life of me. So you see, super nail gun is basically a laser gun supply. Use it to get free laser gun ammo. But yeah, I'm trying to think where exactly the Thunderbolt in episode 3 and 4 are. I'm not sure I can remember. But yeah, at least here is an easy access to all the different weapons, and thus we can easily swap things around. So here we are, Thunderbolt. Now we have all the weapons. What does the Thunderbolt do? The Thunderbolt shoots a gun. It's a Thunderbolt. Amazing, huh? Let's see here. I'm trying to think a good level for this. Mechanic. Yeah, this is a weird one, but let's see. Change level to E1M4 again. Now I have the Thunderbolt. Let's go back there. Let's try and blow up stuff. Kill him. Let's get these Gregs into the water. So you see, when you shoot into the water, you actually cause damage to whatever in the water with the Thunderbolt. As you see, I shoot, it destroyed everything in the water. As if the Thunderbolt wasn't overpowered enough, now you can basically do that. Now, of course, that's not the way to do it. Let's see here. I really want to do it with something devastating like the fiends. Yeah, let's see here. Now let's make them follow me back into the water. This ain't really working too well for me. Let's get out of the water. Everyone out of the water. Give C 200. We need to shoot some cells into the water. Yeah, I think I killed the fiends. Kill me. So you see, it's more accurate than that. You need to kind of be a relatively close proximity. You can't shoot, like, across the entire room and expect you to, like, get more stuff, like, killed. So you can't be, like, here and think that you're going to kill the scrags. You kind of need to have a line of sight to them. But as you see, as long as you have a line of sight, you can be ridiculously overpowered. I was able to kill those fiends pretty simply. Let's see here. E2M6 is a good level for this type of thing. Let's see how exploitable it is. So see, I was able to jib the fiend in one shot. One shot to kill a fiend, people. Now if I change level to E4M8, let's see how many, like, E4M7 actually. You should be able to see how many, like, go in the water and, like, die that way. So as you see, it kills a close distance without killing too far. So it's the middle. As you see, it's kind of like... There we are. Killed everything. Brilliant. So that is now how you get all that. Let's see here. Class C weapons are with G. We have all the different weapons at the moment. Let's get the Yo armor. Maximum weapon class is B. So we can now switch to our more overpowered weapons. We want. Kill these guys so we have the ability to, like, do that. But that's also give myself R200. There we are. Now I'm a lot more freaking overpowered. But I only have weapon class B and not A. So let's see here. I can toggle between B and C, of course, as said before. Let's switch to B. So you see, first off, this basically gives you a long distance mace. It works just kind of like the short distance mace, except now I can actually hit a bit farther before it retracts itself. Also can hit multiple enemies at once if you can line it up. Yeah. Die. Okay, let's switch to the axe. You see, now it's a throwing axe. It costs one at a time. And look at that. Wow, I just made it like fly backwards with that one. But yeah, basically all you do is you throw your axe, you can recollect them, and now they're throwable. So this is basically a middle tier one, whereby you have the axe, you throw it around, it looks like the throwable axe mod that we've seen before. Yeah. Swayway. Now the shotgun has become a double-barreled shotgun. Of course, this works like we're used to. Nothing fancy here. Where are you? Where are you? There we are. Okay. Kill this guy while we're here. I don't like you, buddy. Okay, so that's a double-barreled shotgun. Nothing really fancy there either. Let's see here. Next off, we have the laser gun, which has now become, basically, it looks like a double-barreled laser gun, doesn't it? It's called the super laser. So it'll shoot double the lasers. It also sounds kind of like a chamber, if you notice. Yeah, well, this gun is horrible for doing much with. But yeah, that's basically the mentality there. Stay away from me! Stay away from me! Bye! It's one way to get rid of a spawn. Bounce off a wall and blow it up. Got my maximum class B. Okay. Get out of the water. Swap over to B. We can continue our lesson. So that's basically the double fire laser gun. Not really that exciting. Next we have the super nail gun instead of the regular nail gun, which works kind of like you'd expect it to work, you know. It's your super nail gun. Nothing fancy there. Okay, next we have our grenade launcher. In fact, this is something that might sound very familiar to a lot of people here. Did you mention proximity mine? Yes, indeed. It's a proximity mine. So now we have our normal proximity mine. So you toss it, you shoot it over there, it won't blow up right away. Or it will. That didn't really work at all. This is weapon class B, right? Ah, there we are. Look at that. There's our proximity mine. Blows up if you get close to it, or if an enemy gets close to it, and it can stick to anything. So, yeah. You can stick it to that wall after about 3 seconds. So you see it also costs like 5 rockets. And now if you get close, boom! It hurts. So, yeah, that's basically a proximity mine. We've seen proximity mines to death. This one has that fancy, one that we saw in, like, Bomb or whatever. It's using that same mesh. So, now we have the drill rocket. It's similar to the regular rocket, but it'll basically spin around inside whatever it hits. So it should, like, continue to rip away at their flesh even after we hit it. That's one way to destroy an enemy really quickly. You see, one shot now kills a knight. Because you see, it costs like 5 rockets, so that kind of makes sense. It costs a lot. But it's also very freaking overpowered because you shoot once, you can forget. In fact, I'm not sure it's a good idea with spawns. Just run away. Stay away from them. Okay, but that's one now overpowered way to take care of spawns. Next up, we have the flamethrower, which is basically your Thunderbolt, except now it's a flamethrower. Howie! Eat flame! You can set fire to something, like the spawn here. Snow with fire. Will he die soon? So you see, it causes us very slow amounts of damage, not much, but at the same time, it does work. And yeah. So basically, the way to avoid being killed by fire is basically a drop in the water. If the spawn was smart, he would have dropped in the water here and been safe. Also, as you know, I'm not actually doing anything when in the water. The flamethrower doesn't even go off. It just kind of just sits there. It's totally worthless in the water because, again, it's a flamethrower. And flamethrowers don't exactly work in the water. Ow! I forgot all about my proximity mine. Okay, next up. Well, actually, that's all we have for tier B because that's all the different weapons. Okay, but yeah, that's our weapons now. A bit more powerful than Tier A was. As you see, the rockets especially. You can basically shoot a bunch with this and have, like, overpowered weaponry. So let's see here. Where would red armor be? I don't think there's any here. Let's see here. Let's change level to... I guess Crypto Decay is probably one of the best ones for this type of thing, wouldn't it be? You know what? Actually, another good level would be E2M1. Oh, look at that! It has the, weapons can shoot through teleporters, thing. How do I know? Because it just had the same bug that always did from all those. Which is, when you do that, it basically will crash. AKA why it kind of stinks to have that. Given 200, give 5 or something. Let's see, if I shoot this... So you see, you shoot them to the wall, it will basically just disappear in the wall. Amazing. Let's see, give 2, give 4, give 6. If you notice, they're using all the same weapon slots as normal. So while they are different looking, it seems they do use the same weapon slots as before and could be kind of considered the same weapons. At least in modification terms. Because, yeah, if it was a totally different weapon, a totally different entity, you couldn't do that. You couldn't type in give 8 and it basically give you this overpowered weapon. So these truly are different weapon modes as opposed to actually different weapons. Even if they look totally different and they have so much in terms of functionality. So here's a Thunderbolt. Whoa, that doesn't really help me. But let's see here. If I change level to E... I can't change it to E2M1 because that has the teleport thing. See how incompatible this is? You can't even use E2M1. So, we have a level we can't actually use. Needless to say, it's a horrible buggy feature. And because we can't modify the files, the mod's totally worthless for any form of real gameplay. We need to get to our red armor. So that way we can get overpowered. Let's see here. Let's get to my red armor. Then we can actually see what the best tier weapons are. You kind of saw them at the beginning. So I didn't realize I was set to the best tier by using Impulse 9. Maximum weapon class is A. Wait, I removed my binding? Did I like... Oh yeah, I had to get out of it. So that did remove my binding. 1, 2, 3 I think it is, right? Yep. So there we are. Can swap between all 3 weapon classes. Get away from me. Run away! Okay, so now let's go to Class A, aka the best weapons. Let's see here. Of course, the mace is the grappling hook now. That was obvious based on its model. And I kind of described how it worked before. So, needless to say, this is kind of just a repeat. You cling to whatever you want. You basically release, and it basically will hit what you want and will go to it. It says to hold the attack button, but yeah, it doesn't really, do anything. You can change weapons while holding on. So that is a little bit of a mechanic feature if you needed it. Also, another thing to note, if you take a large amount of damage, apparently you will fall off. So like, say I do this. Of course, he's going to continuously swing at me, but that's beside the point. Brilliant! Infighting! This is how exploitable this is. The enemy AI is trying to hit me, and it will never hit me. Let's change level to, something like E2M1. I'm an idiot. Of course I chose the one... Oh, yeah. Okay, good news. Because it's, Class A, I can basically just change level to E3M1. Will that cause a crash? No, it won't. Impulse 9. So it's not, Enforcers are the problem. Not really sure what the problem is. But yeah, of course the ATS now is the flammable version. Sets fire to your opponent just like the flamethrower did in Class B. It's still burning. And Until he's fully dead. Until the corpse is gone. So you throw it. Cost 3 axes. Still 3 axes. It's basically just like the throwing axe was before. Except now it sets fire to stuff. Okay, it's even more freaking overpowered. Okay, so now we have the grappling hook. So you see, he shot me, and that made me fall off. Okay, Impulse 9 it. Let's see here. So we did the axes. We're on to the shotgun, I guess. Which is basically the flare gun. Basically, the big feature of this, it will stick to an opponent. It can basically be used by a homing missile as a way to detect them and kill them easier. If a homing missile detects a flare, it will go towards it. If I just stick down the wall and throw this, it will go to that. And yeah, so you want your flare? There's your flare. Just like flares that we've seen a million times before. Like I said, this is basically combining a lot of stuff we've seen before with some other weird stuff. So, the whole idea is very unique, at least. The whole weapon class system, that's something we have never seen before. But, yeah, the whole flare thing's definitely nothing fancy. We've seen flares. Does it ever douse itself? Like in the other ones it would douse. There we are. Rockets are, of course, homing missiles. We've seen that a couple times. I don't like homing missiles. They bore me. Okay, now we get to the rapid fire laser. It's basically like your nail gun, except it's a laser gun. Of course, that didn't work at all, and I died horribly. Let's see here. That's how you basically use it. You basically just fire it, and it will basically destroy anything. Basically, just stand and move. Like I said, it's kind of like an air gun or like any other gun, except it's even more rapid fire, and therefore a lot more lethal. I love how I have a green armor, and yet I'm still having Class A weapons. Wait for Impulse A. Let's fix that. Let's get real red armor. So you see, once it's unlocked, it's unlocked. So once you find one of them, you'll basically be set for life. AKA, basically make it to episode 2, and you'll basically have the ability to get your overpowered weaponry. At least until the start of a new episode, I assume. I assume at the start of a new episode, I lose my ability here. Just like I would lose all my weapons normally. But we'll see in a second. I have a curiosity about that. And Chthon is, of course, a great place to test that. So, let's see here. We got proximity mines. Now we have MIRV. M-I-R-V for the grenade launcher. I think that's the one that has a bunch of bouncy grenades that split apart. You see it basically breaks apart into shrapnel. It's basically your regular grenade launcher, except that it bounces apart into a bunch of pieces and shoots a bunch of things. Not really powerful. If anything, I find it more annoying than anything. It's really uncontrolled and unfocal, so it's not really that useful. But more weapons! Okay, that actually leads us to what exactly is the the Thunderbolt now. Became the flamethrower, but now we have the freeze ray. See how the freeze ray works. The enemy's not a boss. You can freeze them. Should be like just a dog over here, so he should be pretty easy to freeze, hopefully. Did I say dog? I apparently meant this guy. You see, he's frozen. He'll freeze for 10 seconds or so. Look at him. Frozen. You distracted me. Well, you deserve homing missiles. All you deserve helmet missiles up there. I'm annoyed after being shot at. I just wanted to use my freeze ray on something. I guess I couldn't. You see, it costs 10 cells, so I'm going to need more cells, actually. There we are. I have one chance to use it, apparently. At least until it cheats some more, because why wouldn't I cheat this? Freeze ray time! There's a frozen grunt. He's totally frozen. He can't do anything. Now, if he's hurt, he'll unfreeze. Except, just shooting him with a flare gun was enough to destroy him. Because it takes twice the normal damage when he's frozen. These platforms aren't supposed to be here. Weird. Weird indeed. Okay, let's see here. Change level to E4M7. Let's freeze a Shambler. It's time we try to freeze a Shambler and see what happens. So you see, now he's frozen. Hit him in any way will unfreeze him. But yeah. Now he's frozen for 10 seconds. Hi. It was gonna smash me, but I luckily saved myself. Because these explosives would be a horrible idea. What I should use is a rapid fire. Be a great overpowered way to freeze everything in the map. And that's how you kill a bunch of enemies at once. Yeah, you just shoot into the water. And you're able to kill the spawn without even seeing them. Hooray for overpowered weaponry. So that is that. In fact, that's all the weapons. Hopefully that's everything. No, there's a bunch of other random garbage. This thing doesn't want to end, does it? No, no it doesn't. Okay. Lightning radius damage will only hurt the player when underwater. So if I do an Impulse 9 again, and I say, I dive into the water, I'm gonna kill all you zombies. I just froze them. I froze myself as well! Dear God, I froze everything! We're all frozen! This is really hilarious, actually. And now they're frozen. Okay. Let's switch back to my weapon tier, 1, 2, 3 or whatever. I want my Class C weapons. Impulse 9 it. Impulse 1, 2, 3 again. Because we're back to Class A. And now, it's quick, dive in the water and kill everything. Wait, I just wasted all my ammo and didn't do anything to me. Yeah, apparently it's not exactly killing me in the water. It just wastes all my cells. It's literally unhelpful to me in even that way now. So not only does it do that, but yeah, now it will basically just waste all my cells to do nothing. Amazing. So, yeah, now it won't even hurt you that way. So let's see here. Yeah, Impulse 9 gives you a bunch of axes, basically weapon class A, footsteps, cool comments for cheat codes, restart, deathmatch 1, because there's only one cheat code that will work for deathmatch. Actually, one curious question, if I type in God mode, no clip? No, we didn't add anything cool there. A shame. Okay, deathmatch it. Impulse 255, 254, 253. I bet we'll figure out eventually which one it is. Eventually. Impulse 1. Well, Impulse 1 through 10 is basically just your normal weapons. Well, I can't cheat and get the runes. Impulse 12 toggles your weaponry. You need to at least fire 50 cells to fire the anti-grav ray. Yeah, that's pretty much... Auto flare is still working. But yeah, what a terrible thing to hunt for. I'm trying to see if there's anything else because he commented on it like it was something different. So I'm going to have to go through every number in the logical alphabet, or whatever you call it. Not sure what I'm doing in my life. But let's see here. Impulse 33, 34, 35. Don't you like counting? I sure don't. Especially when I've been playing an hour and we love to get out of here. Because we're not really doing much of anything besides... If only there was a way to, like, type impulse faster. Just because I really don't like doing this. This is kind of getting very tedious, people. Then again, it's the one cheat that really worked. The deathmatch decided, didn't it? Yeah, the only cheat available in deathmatch, impulse question. If it's question, I'm assuming, yeah, it's not question, it's question. So that means it's gotta be somewhere between 50 and 100, right? 53, 54. So we're already halfway there. Let's just keep going. Like I said, we don't have to do the hundreds at least. 60. Just keep going and hopefully we'll see something. Otherwise, this will have been a total waste of time. Which is always...
I hope this doesn't bother you, but I've been imagining what you look like naked.
What the... I'm assuming that's Impulse 69. So yeah, Impulse 69, everybody.
I hope this doesn't bother you.
You are a pervert.
Imagining what you look like naked.
Okay. So what do you do as a pervert? That... I'm not really sure. Let's see here. Let's actually do another map like DM5 and then Impulse 69 that...
I hope this doesn't bother you, but I've been imagining what you look like naked.
Yeah, I don't think it does anything. I think it's just a notifier that you are a pervert indeed. Yeah.
I hope this doesn't bother you, but I've been imagining what you look like naked.
Basically, you can just spam that and, yeah. You're a pervert. Why that's a thing, I don't know, but it's really interesting. I'm glad I did my determination of finding out what impulse it was. Yeah. Let's see here. So, yeah. We come in here, we change this up to say Seth, because that's important. And then we do Impulse 69. Seth is a pervert.
Imagining what you look like naked.
There we are. Okay, now let's swap back to my name because I don't want to be called Seth all the time. Okay. So, let's see here. That was that one. Footstep, water damage, cool things. Obituaries say we were actually killed with rather than what your attacker is using at the time of death. I guess, yeah, that means that, say you were toggled to like a different weapon, normally that's going to say all of a sudden that weapon is now whatever it is. So say you used the homing missile, it was going to use that. That should hopefully be fixed up. Yeah, you can't freeze the exploding bots. That's an interesting note. I would love to have it done to do that one. The thing where you can see your own corpse is on purpose. Not really sure what you mean, but... Impulse 9 it. Oh wait, I'm on deathmatch mode. Restart! Impulse 9! I guess that's why the Hemp and 69 thing it says. Maybe that's a clue that you're supposed to use Impulse 69? Yeah, I can't see my glitch because I hit a dark area. Owie! So you see, there you are. You can see your own co-ops. You want to see your co-ops? Now you can. Okay. He will not put in multi-skin. If you want to do it, you can do it yourself. Probably other stuff I can't remember. Who knows? I sure can't figure it out. There's so many stuff in here. Okay, so let's see here. It's based on Quake 1.06 in the updated version. Let's see here. Impulse 70.
I believe we're gonna have to get medieval on your buttocks.
There we are, that's a taunt. That's your obscenity. In fact, it's random. So if you bind H to Impulse 70, we can spam a bunch of random impulses at people. Now let's change to a single player level, like E4M7. Let's also get ourselves, deathmatch off. And we can yell about getting medieval on Chambers buttocks.
You bitch! I see your force is as big as mine.
The only one smoking.
Fight your own self. I'm busy.
See ya.
I see your force.
Yeah, just a lot of annoying.
Fight your own self. I'm busy.
Hey there, sexy.
Okay.
I believe we're gonna have to get medieval on your buttocks.
You bitch! Hey you, wake up!
Hey there, sexy.
Hey you!
I believe we're...
You bitch!
Fight your own self.
We have a...
What an ugly thing to say.
So you see, you just have a bunch of random spams. You can spam the
Fight
messages.
your own self. Fight your own self.
Hey you, wake up!
What an ugly thing to say.
I see your force is as big as mine.
That one came out the stand.
You bitch! We are the knights who say... Neat, neat, neat!
Okay.
I believe we're gonna
I
have...
see your... We are the knights...
Why do I feel like this is Monty Python stuff or something? Okay, so yeah, just yell random obscenities. Don't do it underwater, he says. So let's do underwater. I'm not sure what I'm trying to do. Map D on 5. I need to be able to see it without zombies hitting me constantly. As you see, it just basically causes you to start drowning right away. So instead of it basically being a timer when you drown, as soon as you hit that, now you're drowning. This is what happens when you try and open your mouth while you're underwater. Makes sense? Makes a lot of sense. Okay. If you use Impulse 100, well, that just basically fits the bug with them. Bubbles are removed when they hit air. Impulse 9 it. Yeah, let's do stuff involving him. I freeze myself! Not sure why. I'm not sure I've even seen Bubbles really. But owie, that hurt a lot. Plus 100, so we have Class C. So I'm not sure what bubbles there really are in this particular version. Maybe if I use... Plus 9 again. What happens if I use this underwater? Amazing. There's really like nothing happening. And maybe they'll shoot the laser gun underwater, people. This is a lesson to know. Change level to E1M8 because I almost forgot. Oh, not E1M8, E1M7. Basically, I want to beat Chathon. Of course, doing nothing with Chathon would really do nothing. At the same time, we want to get... Let's just nuke up there. I'm too lazy to even do that. We've been playing for an hour and 10 minutes. I kind of want to get out of here. Look at him. He's still there. He still doesn't care. So now I've switched back to, just this gun. If I try an Impulse 101, I can't use any other class weapons. So yeah. Basically, just like the original game, you have only weapons that you find in that episode, and when you switch actually original game, of course the episode stuff will be gone. So yeah, so in each episode you need to find some red armor or something so that we can get the best tier. Alright. So yeah, now you have the ads graphic, which we saw before. So yeah, you changed Stomped because the other place didn't have it. They basically, SPOH died, whatever SPOH was. Apparently it was really, really early. If you run out of axes, you actually lose the axe as a weapon. Let's see here, let's keep throwing axes. Send fire to the world like an idiot. Takes so long to throw them. But eventually, now we don't have the axe. But you pick up the axe, you get back your axes. And now you can continue throwing them. Brilliant. Now I just dropped in the water and have lost it for all time. Brilliant. Yeah, you can always pick up more if you find basically the double-barreled shotgun in the original game. So that is that one. Grappling hook attaches automatically. Yep, we saw that one. Nervous grenades explode at random times. Grappling hook shows the axe ammo. Sound added for the cheat and deathmatch, which we saw. Burning and being hooked now do 2 and 3 damage. So yeah, so burning does 2 damage a second, and the hook does about 3 damage. So that is that, people. That's really amazing, huh? Of course, if we switch to...
What an...
Bite your...
Hey,
a bunch of annoying sounds, and oh yeah, that's right. E2M1 crashes! Well, thank God we're done with this patch, because yeah, I'm really getting frustrated with having that crashing on E2M1. That shows you how little this is tested. You have a high quality patch, you forgot to test E2M1, sadly. And I apparently keep having a tendency to go there for some reason. Anyway, that's really that. This took quite a while to get through this set. This is a really lengthy project. So, at least it's all tackled, it's all done for, accounted for. Going to take a while to build this one up on the Wikaya course, but at least it's done. We're free from this one. So with that in mind, it's a shame that none of this we really could do anything with because it's closed source, which means this almost was a total waste of time. So, thank you all for watching. It's been whatever. I guess I'll see you all next time, you pervert.